Don't gag order or sue me, Ryan Reynolds. Okay, I don't want to be involved in legal drama. I'm just telling my audience what I was told.
Blake Lively is not happy with Justin Baldoni's legal team, as her legal team has issued a letter that basically states they want Justin Sawyer to zip it.
What is happening?
Hollywood has always been a breeding ground for glitz, glamour, and controversy. But what happens when the drama spills over from the screen into real life? Welcome to one of the most explosive celebrity feuds of the decade, a $400 million battle that's as chaotic as it is captivating. Blake Lively, a paragon of sophistication, and Justin Baldoni, a rising star with charisma to spare, are locked in a legal war that's unraveling like a page-turning thriller. This is a story of leaked footage, legal filings, and a tangled web of accusations that would make even the juiciest soap opera look tame. But how did we get here? What ignited this high-stakes clash between two Hollywood power players? And why has it pulled in everyone from top-tier lawyers to unexpected names like best-selling author Colleen Hoover? Stick around as we unpack this whirlwind of scandals, secrets, and shocking twists, layer by layer. Trust us, this story has more twists than your favorite TV drama, and it's only getting started.
Who hasn't read the book or seen the film already, tell our audience what it's about.
Well, it's based on a beautiful, really important book, and it's about a young woman named Lily who confronts the generational cycles in her life and breaks them and ends the circle. And I hope people find it inspiring.
It all started innocently enough, or so it seemed. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni first crossed paths during the development of a highly anticipated film adaptation of Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, It Ends With Us. With Lively tapped to play the lead role of Lily Bloom and Baldoni set to star as well as direct, fans were ecstatic. The pairing was hailed as a match made in Hollywood heaven, but behind the scenes, cracks began to form early in the process. Sources close to the production reveal that creative differences were the first sign of trouble. Lively, known for her meticulous approach and preference for nuanced storytelling, reportedly clashed with Baldoni's vision, which leaned toward a more commercially driven, high-drama take on the material. Insiders claim that Lively wanted to stay faithful to the book's emotional depth, while Baldoni was pushing for plot changes that would appeal to a broader audience. The tension reached a boiling point during pre-production, when leaked emails revealed heated disagreements over casting choices and script revisions. One particularly damning email allegedly showed Baldoni dismissing Lively's input as overly sentimental, which reportedly left the actress feeling sidelined and disrespected. The situation escalated further when rumors of behind-the-scenes power plays began circulating. Lively's camp accused Baldoni of exerting undue control over the project, while Baldoni's team claimed Lively was overstepping her role as an actor. By the time filming began, the working relationship had become so strained that it was impossible to hide from the crew or the press. What was once billed as a collaborative passion project quickly turned into a battleground, and the fallout would soon spill into the public eye in ways no one could have anticipated. What began as creative differences on the set of It Ends With Us soon spiraled into one of Hollywood's most high-stakes legal showdowns. The feud between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni took a dramatic turn when Lively filed a $400 million lawsuit against Baldoni's production company, Wayfarer Studios, alleging breach of contract, defamation, and emotional distress. The lawsuit stemmed from a series of disputes during filming. According to Lively's legal team, Baldoni's unilateral decisions led to drastic deviations from the original script, changes that Lively claimed tarnished her artistic integrity and professional reputation. She also accused Baldoni of creating a hostile work environment, citing instances of public beratement on set and leaked internal communications that painted her as difficult to work with. In his defense, Baldoni fired back with a countersuit, alleging that Lively's actions caused production delays that led to millions in losses. He also accused her of violating confidentiality agreements by speaking negatively about the project in private interviews that were later leaked. Baldoni's lawyers argued that the lawsuit was nothing more than an attempt to shift blame for the film's struggles, which had already garnered mixed buzz in industry circles. The legal drama captivated Hollywood, with each side presenting bombshell evidence. Lively's team produced emails and text messages where Baldoni allegedly dismissed her concerns and made derogatory remarks. Meanwhile, Baldoni's camp shared financial records and behind-the-scenes footage that they claimed proved Lively's refusal to cooperate had directly impacted production. The stakes were monumental. Not only was the film's release hanging in the balance, but both stars' reputations were on the line. For Lively, the lawsuit became a fight for her credibility as an actress and creative force. For Baldoni, it was about defending his name as a rising director and producer. As the trial dragged on, Hollywood insiders began speculating on what the fallout might mean for the industry. Would this set a precedent for actors and directors clashing over creative control, or would it serve as a cautionary tale about keeping disputes behind closed doors? The case eventually settled out of court after months of public sparring, but the damage had been done. The settlement terms were undisclosed, but reports suggest both parties walked away with significant financial losses. More importantly, the feud left a lasting scar on their professional legacies, and the once promising It Ends With Us adaptation never saw the light of day.
It is disturbing, and I want to warn you, but I feel it's my responsibility to tell you guys because it is the truth, and I believe if we all knew this, we would dedicate much more of ourselves to stopping it. I know it's so devastating to hear this, and I'm really sorry to share this, but I'm grateful that you guys are listening because this is actually happening, and it's important that we know this and that it resonates with us so that we think about this in our days and in our personal life.
Justin Baldoni, known for his charm and reputation as Hollywood's nice guy, wasn't about to let Blake Lively take control of the narrative without a fight. From the moment Lively's lawsuit made headlines, Baldoni's strategy was swift, aggressive, and meticulously planned. The cornerstone of Baldoni's counterattack was his own lawsuit, filed shortly after Lively's legal team initiated action. His countersuit accused Lively of breaching her contractual obligations, claiming she had caused production delays, interfered with creative decisions, and used her public image to manipulate public opinion against him. Baldoni's legal team argued that Lively's actions not only jeopardized the movie, but also caused irreparable harm to his professional reputation as a producer and director. But Baldoni's fight wasn't limited to the courtroom. He launched a full-scale media counteroffensive, aiming to cast himself as the true victim of the feud. Strategic leaks to the press painted a picture of Lively as overly demanding and difficult to work with, alleging that she had pushed for extensive rewrites and clashed with the creative team over everything from casting decisions to set design. In one interview, an unnamed source from Baldoni's camp described him as a dedicated filmmaker caught in the crossfire of a Hollywood diva's ego. Social media became a critical battlefield. Baldoni broke his silence with a carefully crafted post featuring an image of himself on set with the caption, "Art is about collaboration, not control. True stories deserve to be told with integrity, not agendas." The post garnered millions of likes and sparked a wave of support from his fan base, who rallied behind him with hashtags like #TeamBaldoni and #IntegrityMatters. Baldoni also leaned on his allies in the industry. Known for fostering strong relationships with co-stars and crew members, he secured public statements of support from several prominent figures, including Jane the Virgin co-stars and even best-selling author Colleen Hoover, whose book It Ends With Us served as the basis for the film. Hoover's support was particularly damaging to Lively's case, as she issued a statement expressing her full faith in Justin's vision and professionalism. Despite his efforts to paint Lively in a negative light, Baldoni faced challenges of his own. Critics accused him of weaponizing stereotypes about difficult women in Hollywood, a move that alienated some fans and industry insiders. Others questioned the timing of his media blitz, suggesting it was an attempt to distract from Lively's detailed allegations of creative mismanagement. Baldoni also struggled to keep his legal arguments airtight. Lively's team countered his claims by providing evidence of his alleged unilateral decision-making on set, which undermined his narrative of collaboration. Court documents revealed internal memos suggesting that Baldoni may have disregarded Lively's input despite contractual promises to involve her in key creative decisions. Ultimately, Baldoni's counterattack aimed to protect not just his project, but his burgeoning reputation as a serious filmmaker. While his approach earned him significant public support, it also came with consequences. challenges. The feud exposed cracks in his nice guy persona and forced him to navigate the tricky waters of defending himself without alienating the industry's powerful players. As the legal battle raged on, one thing became clear: Baldoni's counterattack was as much about survival as it was about winning. Whether or not his tactics succeeded in the court of public opinion, they cemented his reputation as a fierce competitor, one willing to fight to protect his vision, no matter how high the stakes.
The website. I think that the reason Blake Lively's lawyers requested a gag order on this case is because of the website. Justin's team came out and said that they were making a website that was going to be released in the next few days, and it was going to have all of the text messages, the timelines, everything. Because this case is so messy and there's so many moving parts, Justin's team was like, we're gonna make it very easy for you. And I think that's exactly why Blake's team requested that gag order, because they are shitting themselves.
In the high-stakes feud between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, one of the most decisive factors wasn't the evidence presented in court, but the opinions formed outside of it. The public's perception of the dispute became an unofficial battleground, with both parties leveraging their platforms, fan bases, and media connections to tip the scales in their favor. From the start, public opinion leaned heavily toward Lively. Her polished image as a beloved actress, activist, and fashion icon made her an almost unassailable figure in the eyes of her fans. When news of the legal battle broke, hashtags like #JusticeForBlake trended across platforms, with fans sharing personal anecdotes about her positive influence and widely circulated clips of her championing women's empowerment. Lively's supporters framed her as a woman fighting against the stifling creative control often imposed by male directors, amplifying the narrative that she was a voice for change in an industry notorious for its gender disparities. Lively's strategy to sway public opinion went beyond hashtags. Her team coordinated exclusive interviews with high-profile outlets, where she subtly addressed the ongoing feud without naming Baldoni directly. She emphasized her commitment to authentic storytelling and her passion for protecting artistic integrity. A particularly viral interview on a morning talk show saw her tearfully recalling the challenges she faced as a producer and actress in Hollywood, a moment that cemented her position as a sympathetic figure. Meanwhile, Baldoni's team recognized the power of public opinion and mounted their own campaign to win over the masses. Baldoni leaned into his reputation as a progressive, empathetic filmmaker. His Instagram feed became a stream of motivational posts, behind-the-scenes footage, and anecdotes about the challenges of directing It Ends With Us. The posts were designed to humanize him, reminding fans that he too was navigating the difficult balance of creative vision and collaboration. However, Baldoni's approach to public opinion was not without missteps. His camp's aggressive efforts to discredit Lively via leaks that portrayed her as difficult and overly controlling backfired in some circles, particularly among female audiences. Critics were quick to call out the harmful trope of labeling assertive women in Hollywood as problematic, leading to a wave of think pieces defending Lively and criticizing Baldoni's tactics. The media frenzy also played a significant role in shaping the narrative. Tabloids and entertainment outlets eagerly fanned the flames, publishing everything from insider scoops to speculative pieces on who was winning the feud. Late-night comedians joked about the battle, with some siding with Lively and others poking fun at the spectacle of two celebrities embroiled in what they called Hollywood's most expensive breakup. As the feud continued to dominate headlines, fans on both sides took to social media to analyze every development. Memes, Twitter threads, and TikTok videos dissecting legal filings and press statements went viral, turning the feud into a pop culture phenomenon. Some fans even staged debates in the comment sections of Instagram posts, treating the dispute like a reality TV show where they could weigh in as though they were part of the jury. Ultimately, the role of public opinion extended beyond mere entertainment. Both Lively and Baldoni's reputations, and by extension their careers, were shaped by how the feud played out in the court of public perception. For Lively, the support she garnered reinforced her image as a feminist icon and a champion of creative integrity. For Baldoni, the mixed reactions highlighted the precarious balance between defending oneself and inadvertently alienating audiences. In the end, the public's fascination with the drama served as a reminder of how the modern celebrity landscape is as much about managing optics as it is about actual talent or success. As the legal battle raged on, both stars learned a hard truth. In Hollywood, winning the narrative often matters just as much as winning the case.
With us, author Colleen Hoover has completely deactivated her Instagram. Over 2 million followers are now just gone. begs the question, does she regret siding with Blake Lively in the Justin Baldoni?
As tensions between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni reached a boiling point, the feud took a dramatic turn when a court-ordered gag was introduced, silencing both parties from publicly discussing the case. Intended to de-escalate the media frenzy and prevent further damage to their reputations, the gag order only served to add fuel to the fire. For weeks leading up to the gag order, both Lively and Baldoni had been vocal, albeit carefully measured, in addressing the conflict. Lively's subtle jabs during interviews and Baldoni's heartfelt social media posts had kept the public engaged, drawing battle lines between their respective supporters. The sudden imposition of the gag order, however, left fans and media alike scrambling for answers. Speculation ran rampant, with every subtle move or cryptic social media post dissected for hidden meaning. The drama began when Lively's legal team petitioned for the gag order, arguing that Baldoni's team had been feeding damaging information to tabloids in an attempt to tarnish her reputation. This followed a series of leaked emails and text messages, which painted Lively as overly demanding on the set of It Ends With Us. While Baldoni's camp denied any involvement in the leaks, Lively's lawyers claimed they were part of a calculated smear campaign. Baldoni, on the other hand, was quick to challenge the gag order. His lawyers argued that it violated his right to defend himself publicly, particularly against accusations that threatened his professional integrity. Baldoni even hinted at plans to release a statement condemning the order, but the court's decision arrived before he could take further action. The imposition of the gag order, though legally binding, seemed to encourage subtler forms of communication. Both parties began employing what fans dubbed the silent war, with each side using nonverbal cues to rally support. Lively, for instance, posted a cryptic Instagram story featuring a photo of her journal, open to a page with the words "Truth always prevails" written in bold. Baldoni responded days later with a tweet featuring an image of a balancing scale, captioned, "Integrity never wavers." The gag order also had unintended consequences, thrusting the legal battle further into the spotlight. Entertainment outlets framed the court's decision as an attempt to muzzle Hollywood's elite, sparking debates about free speech and transparency in high-profile cases. Fans, meanwhile, launched hashtags like "Let Blake Speak" and "Team Justin," demanding that the stars be allowed to share their side of the story. The most dramatic twist came when rumors surfaced that one of the parties had violated the gag order. An anonymous insider claimed that a close associate of Lively's had leaked confidential details about a key court hearing to a prominent tabloid. Though her legal team denied any involvement, the story led to renewed scrutiny and calls for stricter enforcement of the gag. Meanwhile, Baldoni's team remained tight-lipped, fueling speculation that they were preparing their own response behind closed doors. By the time the gag order was finally lifted, the public's appetite for answers had only grown. Both Lively and Baldoni resumed their carefully crafted public narratives, but the damage and intrigue caused by the gag order drama lingered. For many, it wasn't just a legal battle anymore. It was a cultural moment, a testament to the power of celebrity, social media, and the insatiable hunger for scandal. In the end, the gag order failed to achieve its intended purpose of reducing tensions. Instead, it highlighted just how deeply entwined Hollywood's legal disputes are with public perception. For Lively and Baldoni, the ordeal underscored a harsh reality. Even silence can speak volumes in the world of celebrity feuds. Just when the feud between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni seemed to hit a lull, another scandal erupted, this time over a mysterious website that sent fans and media into a frenzy. Dubbed the website controversy, this chapter of the legal battle exposed how the digital age can amplify personal disputes into full-blown public spectacles. It all began when an anonymous website titled BlakeVsJustin.com surfaced online. The site, featuring a sleek design and bold headlines, claimed to offer exclusive behind-the-scenes details about the feud. Within hours, fans flocked to the site, crashing its servers and igniting heated debates across social media. The website included a timeline of events, alleged leaked emails, and a section called "Whose Side Are You On?", where users could vote for Lively or Baldoni. What made the website particularly controversial were the unverified claims it published. It accused Lively of sabotaging production schedules on It Ends With Us, and implied that Baldoni's casting decisions had ulterior motives tied to personal relationships. relationships. Though neither star was directly linked to the website, the accusation struck a nerve. Lively's team was the first to respond, issuing a public statement condemning the site as slanderous and harmful. Her lawyers claimed the website was a deliberate attempt to defame Ms. Lively's character and influence public opinion in an ongoing legal matter. They hinted at pursuing legal action against the site's creators, but refrained from naming any suspects. Meanwhile, Baldoni's camp remained silent for several days, fueling speculation that he might be involved. This silence only added fuel to the fire, with conspiracy theories swirling that the website was part of a calculated PR strategy to sway public opinion. When Baldoni finally addressed the controversy, he categorically denied any involvement, calling the website a disgusting display of how low people are willing to go to exploit a private matter for clicks and chaos. As the controversy deepened, investigative reporters began tracing the origins of the site. While initial findings pointed to an anonymous server hosted overseas, tech experts suggested that the site's design and promotion had a professional touch, raising questions about who had the resources to launch such a sophisticated smear campaign. The most explosive development came when a whistleblower stepped forward, claiming to have worked on the website's creation. According to the anonymous source, a third-party PR firm had been hired to design and launch the site, but the identity of the client remained unknown. Both Lively and Baldoni denied any connection to the firm, but the revelation added another layer of intrigue to the already convoluted feud. Public opinion became increasingly divided. Some fans accused Lively of orchestrating the site as a diversion, while others pointed fingers at Baldoni, suggesting it was an underhanded tactic to undermine her credibility. Meanwhile, a growing number of observers suspected that neither star was involved and that the website was the work of opportunists looking to cash in on the drama. The controversy reached its peak when the website mysteriously disappeared, replaced with a simple message: "This site has been removed for violating terms of use." No further details were provided, but screenshots and archived versions continued to circulate online, ensuring the scandal lived on. Ultimately, the website controversy showcased how digital platforms can magnify celebrity disputes into global phenomena. For both Lively and Baldoni, it served as a sobering reminder of the risks of living in the public eye. In the court of public opinion, every action or inaction can be weaponized, and even the most private of conflicts can become fodder for the digital age. As the dust settles, for now, on the explosive chapters of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's ongoing feud, fans and legal experts alike are left wondering, what's next? The $400 million legal battle has already been riddled with twists, from gag orders and website controversies to accusations of bad faith and character assassination. Yet, despite all the drama, it's clear this saga is far from over. Legal analysts predict the courtroom showdown will escalate as both parties double down on their positions. For Lively, the focus seems to be on proving that her creative vision for It Ends With Us was unjustly overridden and that her professional reputation has suffered irreparable damage. Her legal team has hinted at introducing evidence of alleged breaches of contract by Baldoni's production company, which could open the door to a new wave of depositions and discovery battles. Meanwhile, Baldoni's camp is preparing a counteroffensive. His team has already filed a motion to dismiss certain claims from Lively's lawsuit, arguing they are baseless and inflammatory. Additionally, sources close to Baldoni suggest he's considering filing a defamation suit over the accusations that have emerged in the media, which he claims have damaged his reputation as a filmmaker and businessman. The next major court date is set for March 2025, where both sides are expected to present new evidence that could significantly shift the trajectory of the case. Legal experts believe this will be a pivotal moment, as the presiding judge has expressed frustration with the public spectacle surrounding the case and has warned both parties to focus on substantial legal issues rather than personal attacks. Outside the courtroom, the battle for public opinion rages on. Social media remains a hotbed of speculation, with hashtags like #TeamBlake and #TeamJustin trending regularly. Fans continue to dig up old interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and cryptic posts that they believe hold clues to the star's true intentions. Both Lively and Baldoni are reportedly working with PR teams to carefully manage their public images during this tumultuous time. There's also speculation that the fallout from this feud could have long-term effects on their careers. Industry insiders are divided on whether the controversy will tarnish their reputations or keep them in the spotlight. Some argue that the negative press could scare off potential collaborators, while others believe that the heightened attention could lead to lucrative new opportunities once the dust settles. One of the most intriguing questions is whether the feud will eventually lead to reconciliation, or if the legal battle will drag on for years. Both Lively and Baldoni have worked worked together successfully in the past, and some fans hold out hope that they could mend fences once the legal proceedings conclude. However, given the bitterness of the current dispute, such a resolution feels unlikely, at least for now. In the meantime, Hollywood is watching closely. The case has already sparked debates about creative control, transparency in production deals, and how the industry handles disputes between major players. It's possible that the lively Baldoni saga could set a precedent for similar cases in the future, reshaping the legal and professional dynamics in the entertainment world. As the next chapter of this legal saga unfolds, one thing is certain: the world will be watching. Whether in the courtroom, on social media, or in the pages of tabloid headlines, the story of Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni continues to captivate, and there's no telling how it will end. The legal battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni has captivated the public's imagination, unfolding as an intricate web of professional rivalry, personal accusations, and courtroom drama. What began as a dispute over creative control has evolved into a high-stakes $400 million lawsuit involving allegations of defamation, broken contracts, and a relentless war for public opinion. As we look ahead, it's clear that the dispute is far from resolved. Both sides are preparing for a protracted legal battle, with motions, counterattacks, and media strategies all playing key roles in shaping the narrative. Whether or not this case will eventually lead to a resolution or continued conflict remains uncertain. However, one thing is indisputable: the consequences of this feud will likely ripple through Hollywood, affecting how industry figures approach disputes and creative collaborations in the future. For now, the courtroom is the stage, and both Lively and Baldoni are playing their roles with intense focus. But beyond the legal battles, the true cost of this feud may be measured in its lasting impact on their careers and public images. Only time will tell how this saga will unfold, but it's clear that both of them are determined to see it through to the very end, for better or worse.